Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making butter garlic pork chops with baby potatoes in a Ninja Speedi. And I'm starting out in a saucepan. I'm melting down a stick of butter over medium heat. Now today I'm going to add in some salt and pepper. Take my spoon out of here so it's out of the way. Just lay it right like that so I don't mess my stovetop up. I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of salt in here. I'm going to put a teaspoon of crushed rosemary. You can also use fresh rosemary or ground rosemary. Those both would work great. And I'm going to add in some crushed up garlic. If you use fresh, use about 2 cloves diced up fine. I'm going to use 2 heaping forkfuls. And I'm going to allow this to cook in here with the butter while the butter melts to help infuse the butter with the flavors of the spices and the garlic. Alright, now that my butter's all melted together and set aside, I have my Ninja Speedi here, and I have 1.5 pounds of baby red skin potatoes I sliced in half, put them in the bottom. And I'm going to spray them down with a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to use some of my McCormick's salt, pepper, black pepper, and garlic seasoning on them. And the butter and the juices from the pork chops are going to cook down over the potatoes. That'll help season them some more. Now I'm going to take the tray that came with the Ninja Speedi, pull out the little legs on it and set it up on a higher setting. And I'm going to put some pork chops on there. I have some boneless center cut pork chops here. I'm going to load them on here, and I'm going to be able to get about 6 on there, which that's just fine because that's how many's in this family size pack. If you use bone-in pork chops, you're probably not going to be able to get as many in because the bone won't allow them to smush in there. Alright, now I'm going to take some of my butter garlic seasoning, my butter garlic that I made, and I'm going to put some down over the pork chops. And I made a little extra that way there after I'm done basting the chops. I can just dump it down over them potatoes for extra flavor. I'm going to close my lid down. Make sure we're set on air fry, which we are. Alright, now I'm going to turn this on. We're already on air fry. I'm going to move my temperature up to 400. Set my time for 15 minutes. Now that might seem like a lot of time, but that's an ice cold air fryer, so it's going to heat as it cooks. After the 15 minutes are up, we'll go ahead and we'll turn them chops over. And while those chops are cooking, guys, take a trip over to Mom of 4 Boys. Check out their channel. It's Tommy and Rachel and their 4 sons. They do a lot of beautiful things between grocery hauls, a lot of delicious recipes, good quality family time video with the kids. I'll put a link down in the description bar, and make sure you check out Tommy and Rachel over at Mom of 4 Boys. Alright, my 15 minutes are up. You can see how nice and golden brown my pork chops are. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn these over. Now, some people have said to me, why do you go in and stir your food, or why do you turn it over? Why can't you just make it a one-shot deal and be done? Well, you could do that, but then the top side of these pork chops are going to get burnt, and the other side isn't just going to be as nice. So take that minute extra to turn them over, and you'll be happy with the results. I'm going to put a little more butter on this side. And I'm going to cook these between 6 to 8 minutes on the second side. I'll start with 6 minutes and see how they look. We want them nice and golden brown too. And this butter here is running down through onto the potatoes. And I still have a little butter left I'm going to dump over the potatoes. So I'm going to close this down, and I'm going to give it 6 to 8 more minutes. I'll check it after 6 minutes. Alright guys, my chops went for 6 minutes, and look at how gorgeous they are. They're golden brown. They're going to have a nice crisp on them. I'm going to pull them out and set them aside on a plate to rest while we check out them potatoes. Alright, I'm going to give my potatoes a stir. Now I'm sure they're done cooking, and I don't need to bother to add any of that extra butter in there because it all dripped down from the pork chops. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close my lid down, keep this set at 400, and let this go for an additional 5 minutes. Just get a nice crisp on those potatoes, and my pork chops will have time to rest and reabsorb all their juices in those 5 minutes. Alright, my 5 minutes are up. My potatoes are nice and crispy. You don't have to do the step, but I like them extra crispy. These are ready to go. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. Went ahead and I served this with some buttered corn and some parsley over the potatoes for some garnish. I'm going to start with that chop. Chop is cooked through. Juicy, well seasoned. Now if you like your chop a little more on the rare side, I would probably do it for about 12 minutes on the first side and probably about 3 on the second side. But I like it like that. Let me try some of these potatoes. Creamy, well seasoned. The skin has a little bit of a crisp on them. Guys, that's really delicious. Wasn't hard at all. Only a 2-pot meal. The Speedi and the pot I used to melt the butter in, and then when I was done with the butter I put the corn right in the pot and cooked it in there. Alright, there you have it. Buttered garlic pork chops with baby potatoes and a Ninja Speedi. Thanks for watching, and remember, love what you eat and eat what you love.